So Jesus said, men ought always, in Luke chapter 18 verse 1, to pray and not to faint. The word ought suggests that there is a design, and that to operate within that design is accurate existence. To operate outside that design is inaccurate existence. But there's really no concept as inaccurate existence. What we have in God is alignment or rebellion. You will be like Paul, who lived life kicking against the gods. Are you with me? Papa, Apostle Romeo will say that you were kicking against the barbed wire. That's a more practical one. Okay, you don't know how painful it is. Try it. Remove your shoe and like you hit a ball hand, hit the barbed wire like twice, you find out that you are bleeding. But some people bleed like that every day. They lose life every day. You know, the Bible says the life of all flesh is where? In the blood. That's how we interpret the concepts of scriptures. We use other scriptures to establish what God is saying. I was speaking in the Lorraine this morning, and I was speaking about rest. I was trying to teach from Mark chapter 5, where Jesus was sleeping in the boat. Are you with me? And I was saying that that one of the postures that a man is supposed to take in the middle of a storm is to sleep. And I saw the look on their faces, because if you are not active in a storm, what happens to you? You likely go down. So we're trying to unravel why Jesus was sleeping. And I said, to explain the sleep that Jesus was carrying out, we will need to use the law of first mention to find out in scriptures where sleep was first expressed, and to check if that sleep was tantamount to idleness. So who was the first man that slept in scriptures? Okay, so when he was sleeping, he was not doing anything. But when he was sleeping, was there no activity around him? When he was sleeping, God was active. So when we say you are in a storm and we say sleep, what we are saying is don't disturb God. Let him do what he wants to do. So Jesus was asleep. His confidence was that God is at work. Nobody dies here. But the disciples felt that their strength, their survival was being awake. You are the only one that thinks that if you don't hustle around, you will not marry. Sleep. I saw my woman on the pages of scripture. Jesus brought the picture and slapped it there. That's why I saw it. I was studying Thessalonians. Maybe if I open my Bible now, I'll still see a picture there, but I'm not sure. But I was in the seminary. If you've been to the seminary, where those shops are in the seminary, I was sitting on a plastic chair and I had a wooden table. And I saw a face. This person. But I don't know her name. And was there the Lord told me this is the person that is. Sleep, 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 sleep. Emmanuel. Not this Emmanuel. This Emmanuel has slept and woken up. So, have you slept and woken up too? Okay, I'm just planning to sleep. I'm saying get cover cloth, a thick blanket, cover your head. Don't be worried. Just sleep. Baba Monti Oshe, Oma Monti Oshe, Emimi Monti Oshe, Kaemi Ofidara. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The sisters too need to sleep. Let him wake you up and take you on a work. And because Adam is sleeping. Ensari kakiri. You are not giving God attention. You think you can catch the sight of an Adam that is asleep. Yes, you will need to master how to appear in people's dreams to make that happen. The guy is asleep. He only awakens. He doesn't know your footsteps. If he's truly asleep, he only knows the footsteps of God. That's the only footstep he's used to. If God comes close enough, he's going to wake up. It means whoever accompanies with God to approach unto Adam is the one that Adam sees. Selah. So Jesus established prayer as one of the validating signs of manners. Now, when you begin to subscribe by activity to this design for your existence, what you will find is that we rarely begin our prayer experience by intercession. Rarely. It happens that when you just started praying, beyond praying over your food, beyond praying in the night so that you will not have night, some people's night prayers are motivated by the possibilities of the night. Say, Lord, when we sleep, my son prays like that too. And I've said here that when I have time, I'll go to their school and tell them to change how they pray, because they were raised to pray negatively. Don't let us sick. Don't let us die. And I'm wondering, let us live is better than don't let us. Don't let them even understand that there's a word in the dictionary called sickness. Just live life in their mouths. Abi, let us live. Let us be healthy, People pray that way, and if that's the level that you are still praying, you can pray that way all your life. Just me. And you will still make heaven. In case heaven is the goal. Stay with me. And you are the only one that is laughing. Me, I'm a serious person. So, in case that is all that you want, you do not know that you were saved and retained here so that you can participate in the divine enterprise. If you think that your salvation is just about an end, and that your life in your saved state is, you don't know, it's a means to many other ends in God, you can pray at that level. But that's how we all begin to pray, seemingly selfish. When you begin to take prayers more seriously, then you'll find out that it's possible to go to prayer and pray for things that are not captured on your prayer list. How many people had that experience growing in prayers? Yes. Sometimes the intensity of prayer is spent on the things that are not on your prayer list. It's like a prayer point just crept in. Are you with me? Good. Because what God begins to do is that he begins to respond to your decision to pray. And what he does at that point is that he begins to use your prayer time. I found out that even in that state, your tongue speaking becomes more fluid. Because what God is just doing is that he's using your availability in that spiritual plane where prayer happens to advance his own cause. Sometimes he furnishes you with understanding so that you can know what the burden is. Sometimes you just run like that. Are you with me? But it really begins by intercession. I wrote here that the call to intercession many times comes when a man has become introduced to the potency of prayer. Now you know that by much prayer, prayer works. Then God begins to bring weightier matters that are weightier than personal things to you so that you can partner with him and push those things. Let me move a little bit faster. Because I've said so much in the last few weeks on the subject of intercession, we want to look at an operational definition of intercession. We have tried to label around a classroom definition. Now, when you go to the field, there's something else you must know. A very good driving school, I don't know about the ones in Obomoso, but very good driving schools have simulating facilities where you sit and you're not just turning steering. Where's my wife? Do they simulate in your driving school? You have a live screen. Now, I mean, your windshield is alive. Okay, you just sit down and just turn steering. Oh, okay, well, it's good too, but what I mean by a live driving school is that when you sit, the screen of the car that you are turning is alive. It's like an Android screen. So that they will simulate oncoming vehicles and all of that. More like a 3D kind of thing. Because if you just sit down and you are turning steering, you will not know that there is a fear quotient that you must possess when you are driving. Abi? But if they simulate that you are driving to Oyo and 2 trailers just appear, you may jump out of. How many of you have done 3D viewing? You know, in the film, they just throw blows. In the 3D, you can get impact. And there are higher Ds. There's a 12D. If they hit you, I hear that even your body will feel it. I've seen a simulated movie theater like that. That if they are driving on a rough road, your chair has the ability to move. So you too, you will shake inside it. So there is a classroom definition and there is an operational definition. They are not different. The advantage with knowing what the operational definitions of intercession is that it brings you into the living realities of intercession. So let's look at that briefly. I've given this definition long ago, and this is what I said. I said intercession is arriving at a meeting place for the purpose of a conversation to entreat in favor of or against. Arriving at a meeting place, and it is for the purpose of a conversation to entreat in favor of or against. Operationally, it means, therefore, that the intercessor is a journeying man. That through intercession will tamper with your comfort. It will take you beyond, what do we call that thing again? Your comfort zone, and bring you into a meeting place. And your arrival is unto a purpose. You will by conversation entreat. That's to invoke unto favor or against the person that you are standing for. If somebody is taken to the court, for example, so say this guy stole something. You ask it, and then they say bring a lawyer. Did you steal? You know, one thing is you must tell the lawyer the truth. Abi, some people lie to their lawyers. So you tell the lawyer the truth, and the lawyer said, hey, you stole, but what happened that day? You were hungry, you're under pressure, you're under duress. Okay, so the lawyer knows how to build a case by precedence around, okay, in the case of James versus Samson, so lawyer, so judge said that if somebody has not eaten for 30 days and is about to die, if he steals cooked rice and does not eat meat, then it's because of hunger. So you can leave him. So they now check and find out, this one hurts me too. It means that precedence is not good enough. We must go and look for another one where he ate only one piece of meat and it was left. So because of that one, please temper justice with mercy. Are you with me? Meanwhile, in that meeting place, there's another lawyer who says, but sir, if he ate meat, or if you call rice, your lawyer can now rise and say, but sir, if somebody has not eaten for 30 days, what he would require is a balanced diet. What do you eat protein? Will he just take carbohydrate and not add some bit of protein? That's why my client ate meat. The truth is, the outcome of the law court many times is not objective. It's subjective. It's built into the strength and the wisdom of the one that is standing for. What I'm saying is that intercession is an intelligent labor.